for 1 month and a half. And colonics in between. The days that they have colonic, they do not have enemas. It's amazing that some of them, after a month and a half, the colon responds, and they come to me running and say, Lalita, my poo is long like this, even if I have an enema, and the diameter is like this, and then they don't need more enemas. But we are feeding the student with energy soup, which is full of fiber, and sauerkraut, which is a lot of fiber, and with the sauerkraut we are feeding the colon with lactobacillus acidophilus and lactic acid. That is the environment that the lactobacillus need to reproduce more. You understand? If you have a dirty colon and full of gas, then lactobacillus cannot grow over there. And if you have a colon that is impacted, the pH, and you are constipated, the pH in the colon is alkaline, and then the lactobacillus cannot reproduce, they are not happy over there, and then what you have next is candidas growing, and after many years you have a cancer. You understand? Because the body becomes depleted. The idea is to clean your colon, go to the bathroom properly without enemas, and eat food that is going to create a good environment in your colon, and you're going to have a lot of lactobacillus acidophilus, because they protect you from conditions in the body. This is what happened with us. We need to have a balanced we need a microecological balance in the colon to be healthy. Then you do your enemas, I repeat again, you do your enemas, but not forever. And colonics, in the way that we do colonics in Wigmore, we are using gravity. That means that we do not use any pressure for the colon. And then the experience in our colonic is allow the colon to release. And then we reach the cecum area, which is a Pandora box, because in the cecum area is where you have a lot of toxins that you accumulate over there. And then it's not fun to be cleaning the cecum all the time for all your life, because the stuff that come to your cecum have to go with the rhythm of the colon and move it slowly with the peristalsis, and then become liquid, semi-solid, mash, then semi-solid at the end and solid. This is the process, right? And then all the lactobacillus acidophilus are working on the waste and make the movement faster. It's all a rhythm. Then I do not need to keep cleaning my cecum forever. I need to let my colon to do the job. My colon also needs to absorb liquid, otherwise I'm going to be dehydrated. Then I agree with you 100% that I have to let my body to do its own job. But until my body is balanced, I'm going to help with enemas and colonics. You know that a person went to the Wigmore one day and said to me, Lalita, I'm coming here because thank God I got this doctor who practiced acupuncture, because the other doctor said that my colon is blocked and I need a surgery. This doctor gave her a special doctor, alternative. Give her some special food and also use the needles, and then she was able to go to the bathroom a little bit. Then she went to the hospital for colonoscopy, and guess what? Doctor find that here in this corner, where we call hepatic flexure in the colon, she was such a full of gas that the colon couldn't move. Do you understand? It's amazing the amount of gas that we collect in the colon. And I'm going to tell you a brief story about me that I always share with the students. I used to love almond butter, peanut butter, and all that stuff that create a lot of gas, is acid-forming food, and is mucus-forming food. And then I remember that after I became a living food person and cleaned my pipes, Kailash asked me to talk about cleaning my pipes, and I forgot. And then I cleaned my pipes, and then one day I get tempted with, almond butter. After eating the almond butter, I released gases that I could, you won't be able to be close to me. They smell terrible. What happened with me if I clean my body? Happened that my body is so clean that almond butter really gets fermented in my body. And then, because my pipes are clean, the gases move faster out and I can smell them. But if you are not clean, the gases get trapped and you never smell them unless you go to the bathroom and poo, and then it's a terrible smell.
Did you have it with bread or with celery stick?
No, I got the almond butter along with a spoon.
But what's wrong with the almond butter?
Almond butter is, oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Almond butter is not living food. Even if you buy raw and organic,
Really?
it's not living food because they do not soak and sprout the seed, or at least soak for 12 and 24 hours. And then the oil separates. The oil is not in the seed. You understand? When we eat almond cream, for example, the oil is balanced with the other elements in the almond. But when you make almond butter, did you see the oil that separate? That oil is what gets rancid in your body. It's so totally different story when you eat almond butter, that you just soak the almonds and then blend and make a cream, that when you eat almond butter. Almond butter is acid forming because they didn't soak the seed, and it's also mucus forming. When you clean your body and then you eat almond butter, you are going to feel the mucus right away. When you clean the body is going to tell right away what is not good for you. Then the wisdom of the body is going to say to you what you exactly have to do. When I go to the raw restaurants, my body said to me, oh, this is too oily, Lalita. Oh, this is too heavy, I feel right away. You understand? It's not beautiful that your own healer is going to guide you even with the amount of food that you have to eat? This is just fantastic. And you do not know how it's to enjoy the most amazing and abundant energy and feel you coming young. Doesn't matter if you're 70 years old. You become so young when your body is clean and is talking to you. It's something that you have the solution in your hands. You do not need to grow old. You're going to die because we are born, we need to die. But quality death. You understand? Yeah.
We tend to take a long time to answer your question, so we'll take one last one, yeah? And we'll try to do it a little bit shorter, yeah? The question is seaweeds and algae, sea vegetables. We do use them a lot. We do use them, and there's just one little thing that I'd like to add is a lot of them have a lot of salt on them. And it's sea salt, so it's better than other salts, table salt, and yet it's an inorganic salt. So ideally, when you eat sea vegetables, you soak them in water to wash away the salt. Half an hour, 15 minutes might be enough. Wash away the salt, and then they are a wonderful, wonderful source of minerals. The one that we use primarily, there's two that are very high in minerals. The number one that we use is dulse. It usually comes up from Maine, and the other one is kelp. Those are the two, but most people like dulse a little bit better. That's why we use dulse primarily. Dulse and kelp, but you can use wakame, nori. We use nori as well, lava, and so on. So they're wonderful. So I'd like to end with a quote by Dr. Wigmore. If you reconnect with nature, the body will take care of itself. If you reconnect with nature, your body will take care of itself. And in the Wigmore Institute, on all levels, we reconnect with nature. We hear the sound of the ocean, the wind in the trees. We breathe in the negative ions from the ocean, which are good for us. We are eating food. The food that we eat is very close to nature, and we are nature. We breathe in the natural air, we hear the sound, we have the sound, and also through the classes and all the love that is there at the Institute. we're connecting with our inner nature. We reconnect with the wisdom that lives within us, our true nature. Thank you all so much for coming, and looking forward